Hi, this is Joe Pierce. When I was editing my interview with Robert McNally for the June 2016 Developers Report, I decided that that interview was a bit too long, so I removed the last section of the interview, which was starting to sound like a commercial anyway. But because there is some connection to development of Inherit the Earth Sand and Shadows, I've decided to release that final section as a separate video. But first, a quick reminder. These videos, plus development on Inherit the Earth Sand and Shadows, is made possible by all our patrons. If you would like to become a patron too, please visit patreon.com/wormkeep for details, including information on rewards and milestones. I think there's one other program that you've been working on recently.
Well, as recently and for a long time, you're talking about Flying Logic, which is a piece of planning software. Runs on the desktop, mostly written in Java, but runs on Mac, and thanks to you, it also runs on Windows and Linux. And we publish that together. We have for quite a few years now. Originally, I was doing some consulting for a company in Glendale, kind of a spin-off of Walt Disney Imagineering, started by one of the people who headed Walt Disney Imagineering and another computer scientist, Danny Hillis. The company was called Applied Minds, and they were hiring creative technical people like myself to work with their clients, which were companies like Chrysler and Northrop Grumman, and to create, to take high concepts and turn them into proof of concepts. And so they asked me to create a tool that would help people think through complex decision-making trees, which aren't really trees; they're basically graphs of cause and effect. And I created this tool for them that I realized when it was done that it was just going to kind of disappear into the bowels of Northrop Grumman. I thought, well, this really needs to be out there in the world. So I approached them, and to my surprise, I was able to actually license it from them. And so we still publish it at flyinglogic.com, and it's used by everybody from academics to a lot of government organizations to scriptwriters who use it to actually create very tightly plotted movie and novel scripts. So it basically helps you think through all the aspects of cause and effect, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm really happy that we've both been working on it consistently, especially you, Joe. One of the things I love about working with you is, and this applies to Inherit the Earth too, is I think these things would probably disappear if it weren't for something like you, because you really love taking things that still have value and keeping them working and keeping them moving forward and so on. And that's something that I don't personally have a lot of patience for. I like to start new things. And I know you do too, but you also like to carry things forward. And that's one of the great things I love about working with you is we complement each other's skills that way.
Thank you very much. And Flying Logic is actually used in the development of Inherit the Earth Sand and Shadows. I use it for doing plotting work.
And I know if I'd had that tool back when I was helping design the original Inherit the Earth, I certainly would have used it because it is exactly the kind of thing that you would want to develop all the kinds of lock and key, so to speak, puzzles that are involved in a storytelling game. So you want to make sure you tell the whole story, but you want to make sure people discover things in the proper order and so on. Flying Logic is a great tool for thinking through things like that.
Well, thank you for spending some time with me today.
You're welcome. I've really enjoyed it.